This is a simple scene to illustrate how you can get creative with lighting. We just press Shift R and we'll render to the picture viewer. Let's just move this over so you can see what's going on. And we have various lights in this setup with shadow, fall off, colors. It's not necessarily bad or unpleasant to the eye, but I wanted to show you just how much control you can have with lights. So we'll just close this down. I'm just going to hold down Alt and double click on the traffic lights there. And then we'll just take a look at our scene lighting. So Alt click on those. Okay. In the lights, every light has a project tab and you can choose a different mode. So you can choose to include or exclude. So look at the exclude first. If I turn this light on, what it's doing is it's excluding the sphere. And all you need to do is just drag objects in, just let them go. It's excluding the sphere, but it's not excluding the diffuse. It is excluding the specular, and it's not excluding the shadows. So if we press Alt R, we're still seeing shadows on the sphere, and we're still seeing shadows on the cube, and nothing's being affected on the cone, so we're seeing everything on that. And on the cube, we're not seeing the diffuse color, you see? So here we are. So we want to exclude that on the cube. We want to keep the specular highlight, and we want to keep the shadow. So if we move on, we can choose to include some. And this is a light where we just want to include the cube, cone and sphere, but we don't want to include the floor, you see. That's an object too that we could add to the list. So we've got the various modes as well. And remember, it's the diffuse color, the specular and the shadow. And this is the hierarchy. So if you had another object underneath this, then you can choose to include or exclude those as well. So we have a pink floor because it's including the floor only. And then we have a green light over here, which is just including the cone. And then we have a blue light, which is doing things to the cube and the sphere. And you'll notice with the sphere, we've always taken out the specular highlight. So it's gone from there. It's not on those ones. It's gone from here. And we're only keeping it from this light, in fact. So if I turn it off from there as well. Oh no, this is in the exclude mode. Sorry. So we are excluding the specular highlight. These are in the include mode, so we don't want to include the specular highlight. Yes, it can get a bit confusing, but hopefully that's cleared things up. So now, if we take a render of this, I'll just move this over, you can see we are getting a completely different look. If we just toggle between the two, you can have a lot of fun with this. So that's how you use the project tab and the include and exclude modes to really take control, be creative and have some fun with lights.